Yo,
How's it going, man?
hey, can you hear me?
Yeah. And you're still pretty lean looking.
I wish.
Uh, how was the big weekend? Busy?
Yeah, it was all right. It was like a bittersweet, like,
Were you working?
yeah, I worked a little bit, but it was more just like I didn't want to be there, but I know I should be.
Well, understandable. When you want to be up there, I get it. I'm sure.
Yeah,
Who were you working with? What were you got? Who was out there?
American Barbell.
Mm, cool. Do they have like equipment there?
Yeah, so they had there was like a competition going on, it was like the Talon Cup, like a powerlifting
Kind of like
meet,
they
and then
do at the Arnold kind of shit. They're combining
yeah,
stuff.
and then they had a booth right across from it, so I was working the booth, and then they also had like the that pop-up gym that they did.
Oh,
I
I
don't
saw
know.
you post that. Yeah.
Yeah, you probably saw Dragons had it, but some of the equipment in there was American Barbell.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, better than some of the Matrix stuff, I'm sure.
Yeah, I just feel bad for them. Then, of course, like I've lived here 2 years. It's rained 4 times since I've lived here, and it rained that one of the days. It was like fucking monsoon, so it just like destroyed the equipment.
At the Olympia?
Yeah, the whole outside stuff was ruined.
When was that? Because we got that yesterday. It fucking was wild, dude. It was like, yeah, like you know how it is, like all the palm trees and shit. They're flying everywhere. I felt like I was in Florida.
Yeah, it was really bad. Yeah, if it flooded in Vegas because they
Yeah,
just don't know what to do with all that water. But it was the Friday was really bad.
yeah. Fuck, man. We haven't talked in a second, huh? Like,
Yeah, we haven't talked
did
since
you,
before my show.
did you ever get to link up with Joe at all?
Yeah. It was really good. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was really cool. Yeah, he's really awesome.
he's
His
a
wife
cool
is
dude.
cool.
Yeah, did you guys work out at all?
No, they were just here for like a couple days, and I was like, getting ready for my show.
Yeah. Oh, that was before your show still, huh? Wow, yeah, it's been a minute, huh? Yeah, he's such a nice fucking dude, huh?
Yeah, I'm glad that a lot of things are working out for him. I see him everywhere now.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, exactly. You know what I told him, and I was talking to Compton, and I don't know if you feel the same, but it's like after he stopped, Urs won those two shows. I was like, bro, like you be quitting, like you're a good matchup for Urs. Your back is fucking insane. Your condition is better than Urs was. You're huge. Like you would have been a bad matchup for him. He could have potentially won one of those shows and went to the fucking O because like when Quentin got second, I mean he beat Quentin at Texas pretty handily, I think. And I just think the contrast between his back versus Urs would have been so crazy. That would be like hard to ignore. You think he could have beat Urs potentially?
I think nobody was going to beat Urs.
Yeah,
I,
I think it would have been cool to see because
no,
like
I don't mean because it's like he's so good. I mean because nobody was going to beat Urs at those
yeah.
shows.
Well, if
Urs
it's
was
close,
going to regardless. Yeah, maybe in Italy, but nobody was going to beat anybody
no, in Germany.
Earth in Germany. And I went to dinner with Quentin after Italy. We went out after the show, and I told him, I was like, bro, don't even go to Germany. I was like, you're out of your mind. This guy's like fucking the god in Germany. They will never allow anybody to win instead of Urs at that show.
Yeah, I mean he's next to Marcus Rule. He's their guy, right?
He's the most famous now in Germany by
Yeah,
far.
I mean Marcus is old school.
Uh,
Do you see him still? He still does shit, right?
Marcus,
Yeah,
yeah. He even trains Urs, I think.
I've seen them do some stuff together.
Hmm. But Urs did look better in Germany. You know,
If you were to judge, like, do you think he could potentially beat Urs? Say their physiques were you're just judging the physique yourself, the like Italy Urs, because he was a little sharper in Germany, like Italy Urs versus Texas Joe.
yeah. I mean, Quinton should have beat him in Italy.
You think so? I mean I didn't really. You were there, right? I didn't really see too much. I just went off what everybody said. I didn't like microscope look through everything.
Yeah, I mean, I know Quinton's back's not like the best back in the world, and he wasn't like completely shredded, but like Urza's had a classic back.
Yeah, I mean, what I couldn't believe is how big Urz's arms were. Like I was really wow that his arms actually looked like they stood fine with everybody's when they were so weak in classic. It's like you're gonna have weak arms in classic and then look all right in the open.
Yeah, I think a lot. Someone came up to me too at the expo, and they're like, "Wow, it's so crazy that he went from classic to open in like 2 weeks." And I was like, "That's not.
Yeah, no.
I have to understand that this guy has been open for years, and he keeps going down to classic." And let's be real too, and this is what really bothered me about Stefan and him is they knew a long time ago that they were going to do this show. This isn't something where they're like trying to do classic, and then they're like, "Oh, okay, let's just do open," and he's 20 pounds heavier. That's not how it works. They always knew that they were going to do it. And then I found out from somebody that they knew since uh like May,
Well,
that
it makes
May,
sense.
May or
Yeah, like
June they were always going to do this. They just didn't know what show it was going to be. So yeah, it was doesn't make any sense why they picked that show.
yeah, I mean, you would have had to put a governor on like a long time ago if you were trying to make that classic for sure.
Yeah, it's not how bodybuilding works. And people just don't understand too that really trying to cut weight to make it into classic, all you're doing is really burning muscle.
Yeah.
There's nothing else that you can burn. There's no water, there's no fat. So doing that over year after year, you really probably were a 212 guy for 2 years.
Yeah.
Just force yourself into classic.
What did you think about everything at the O? Like, do you agree with like the judges and everything? Thought it was good? Gave it to Derek anything that stood out to you?
Um, yeah, like it's just one of those things where like we watch bodybuilding and we're like, oh, this is how it should be. But then there's like rules in bodybuilding, right? You gotta like beat the champ, he's gotta like fall off, which Samson did. And then you should reward people who bring their best when someone else maybe brought their like 90% best. And I thought Andrew was his best ever.
Yeah.
Uh
Well, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I think I wonder what I don't think it would have made a difference with placements, but yeah, Andrew looked fucking phenomenal. It's kind of Andrew, you're just like as soon as we see like a line in his butt, like he's gonna be automatic top three. And so he got that, and so he was his top three. It's hard, man, just those side poses, right? That fucking side chest is what fucking kills him. Like he just
yeah,
gets
it's so weird because he has a chest. I don't understand why.
Yeah, a lot of it's his pose and his long, skinny forearm kind of throw it off. But I do think like him, Antonio, and it's like, you know me, like I'm always looking at the biomechanics of people. And I mean, so many people that are like nerds, like they don't realize how much how you train can affect how you look to different degrees in different ways. You know, you can tell somebody who fucking lifts heavy weight with like a powerlifter extended versus somebody who's on machines and higher volume with like a nice stack. Like they just have different appearance. Not necessarily saying one is so much better than the other, but like with when I see Andrew and someone like Tonio too, when I see them train their chest, like specifically, it's like they don't have any like actual like stretch tension. They don't have any like internal abdominal like the stuff we were talking about. You know how like on the chest like almost like engage your abs. Like there's just it just moves, but they don't like stay there. You ever see people who press like a powerlifter? They just stay there. It's just their arms
Yeah.
moving. Like
Oh
they'll
yeah, and
go
I know
there and then
I watched them train and then they have a bigger chest than me, and I'm like, how?
yeah, they'll get here, but then they'll bounce out with like pretty hard protraction, almost like a dynamic coming out of the bottom. Curry does somewhat similar shit sometimes, but it's like I don't think that they get true length and tension, but they get like a hard as fuck contraction that gives them like crazy hardness and details and that kind of popping look. But I think potentially they're missing on the sternal like stretch by not keeping the ribs like somewhat stable as they're going down. So I think they could be losing some size, some potential like volumization, but they're fucking dense and detailed because they just as soon as they get to the bottom, they pop and protract hard out. They're not staying there. Those people who do that, they have real shitty chests. So I think some of it is the training, but some of it's just his genetics. I mean, just the way he's built with those like the lanky looking arms. But I mean, I don't know. Him and the hotties forearms fucking bug me. I know they're small things, but they throw me off on their physique, especially on that side chest for Angie. Like if he had a even if he still got last, but if he had just not as bad of a side chest, like he could have got been considered for the win, I think for sure.
And the side triceps almost just as bad too, but it's not because of like structurally. It's almost like he can't grab behind his hand.
He should be able to
Just
get that one good. Yeah.
but when Andrew first came on the scene, I was like, this is the best side tricep and best abs and thighs I've ever seen in my
Was he
life.
he was doing the real or it was that turned one that because he looked
It was the
phenomenal.
turned one,
The
and that's
road
what
the
it
rodent one?
that's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. Is I think once Tyler said something to him that he can't do that anymore, it's like he's forcing himself to do that side one. And I don't think he's like it's almost like he's never done it before.
Like,
Because I know he gets worked on. I know he gets mobility work. I know he gets, massages and shit like every other day out there in Dubai. So I'm watching him do the side tricep, and that was more like bothering me more than the side chest. The side chest one just looks like right, exactly. It's like maybe things are missing and it just doesn't look as full. And right, his elbow looks like he's about to hit the guy next to
yeah, it's
him from
weird.
behind. But the side tricep, it's like painful to watch
Yeah,
him
because it could it
properly.
could be better already. Yeah, like something about it is just wonky. That should be a good fucking pose for him. Like the abs, like the shoulder, like with that. I mean, side triceps a tricep pose, but man, if you've got that fucking delt just hanging and you've got the intercostal showing, like that should be a money fucking pose. His back
Yeah.
poses came up so much. I never. I mean, what did you? So, I mean, what did you think about Samson? Like, I was shocked. I really. I didn't think. I mean, I knew there was like a small chance he could come in undersized. That was kind of like the worry, but I mean, he looked like 2022 Samson. Like I was really surprised.
Yeah, he looked like him and Brandon Curry had like the same skin.
Yeah, I mean, you think it's just because his shit wasn't bursting against his. I mean, he looked. I know he was probably like lower body fat, but he was just as detailed at, with more muscle. Pushing against the skin.
Crazy, right? Yeah. I mean, some of these guys that it literally is just on your fullness and how you carb up can actually make you seem how cut you are. Like that's the craziest thing in the world. Like if you're telling me that I should have ate more carbs, I would have looked more cut. It's very hard like to fathom, for people that don't understand bodybuilding. But there are some guys like that where exactly they need to be like skin busting to make their cuts look, I guess, deeper. But I thought he looked pretty good on Friday. On Friday, I thought he looked good. I don't know. I also didn't go to the show on Friday. I watched it on the webcast. So maybe on the webcast and then in person. But yeah, from Friday to Saturday, I think that was what really made him drop down a couple placings because he wasn't going to win, but he still was maybe going to be in that because they had him in the first, shuffle in prejudging on Friday.
We got
It's not
some
like
points for third at least. Look, I mean,
yeah,
him
that's what
and
I'm
Andrew
saying. Yeah,
split
they
some
definitely
points.
didn't have him in fourth or battling for fourth because really he was battling for fourth, maybe fifth by the end of the show.
Yeah, I wouldn't have had a problem with. You know what I really think they should have done is like, I think they should have done the six-person call out, and then I would have just pulled off the top three. Hottie, Andrew, and Derek, and then I would have kept Sanson. I think Martin should have been there, and I would have had Curry in front of Nick. Honestly, I would have had those three. Like, make that a six-person call out there. Like see how that looks.
Yeah, that would have. I mean, it makes sense, right? But what's crazy is I don't know if anyone's ever noticed. It's the first time Andrew and Samson have ever stood next to each other.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They've never let them stand next to each other, and of course, Aceto, he's always just yelling because why wouldn't you just put him together with this guy? For years, it's almost like you didn't want to do that because it was going to make Samson look worse.
I mean, I just Samson normally his legs. Normally he's just so dominant in size. He was just a shell, man. Did you see the comparison pictures? Like it was so wacky. Like because
And
I'm
they're just
watching him.
from the Arnold. Yeah, just from the Arnold, it's even a big difference. And he lost the Arnold.
Yeah. It's because I mean his legs should be like Derek. Derek had bigger legs. And when the fuck would you ever think Derek would have more impressive legs on stage than Samson? Like you never would have fucking said that in a million years. But I was like, he had the hamstring, he had the thickness, and like I don't know how Samson. Like I thought Samson would come in a little bit undersized, but even if he did it too much, I was like, there's no way he's gonna like be able to do it that bad. And I mean, and honestly, like I can't see any big time coach like letting him push that far and being okay with that happening. Like I know that that's like what the judges wanted, but it's like as like if he had like a top level coach seeing this shit, like seeing him just go away, like you can't lose the thing that brought you there. I know we're trying to add something to it, but I think most coaches would have seen that and potentially stop. I think he's got to get some kind of fucking eye on him. Like, you can't be the fucking Olympia and not have not have somebody like, coaching you. I feel like.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy, but if he won, we wouldn't be saying it. So it's like one of those things where it's like it's very easy to nitpick the coach part of it, but regardless, it's just wild how this keeps happening to Mr. Olympias like since forever. You always have some guy who looks insane before he's Mr. Olympia, and then they try and force themselves into this like judgment that the judges are telling you to do. Like, oh, we need you to do this. And then before you know it, except for Jay Cutler, out of all the Mr. Olympias, every Mr. Olympia looks worse at the end of their reign than they did even before they were Mr. Olympia.
Yeah.
Jay just got lucky because he came back with that, quad stomp where he changed his hair and his abs looked better. Otherwise, Jay looked better before he won the Olympia. Like it wasn't that amazing when he was
Well,
winning.
everyone says 2001 versus 2009, you know?
Exactly right. Look at
Yeah.
Big Rom, New York Pro. Look at Big
Yeah.
Rom won the Olympia. It's just so many guys. I mean, Ronnie's easy to nitpick because he got worse every year, but Phil Heath is worse at the end of his reign. Like
Dorian.
maybe, I mean, even Brandon Curry. I remember I saw Brandon Curry win the Chicago Pro like forever ago. I was just like, this guy's like my dad, like his small ass little waist. He was super cut. But by the time he won the Olympia, it was just because it was against Bonock. They just
Yeah.
hate, so everyone really eventually looks worse, which is why, but I think that's exactly what it is we keep doing shows and then they're like, oh, well, you need this one thing. And then you overgrind on that one thing and you kind of lose what even made you a bodybuilder to begin with. But yeah, this was unprecedented because I think only in the history of bodybuilding Rami's the worst from being the winner to fifth.
Fifth,
That was a
right?
huge thing, but he was pretty bad. But yeah, from first to fourth for Samson, it's actually almost a record except for Rami. The
Yeah.
worst ever because I don't know for people that haven't followed the sport a long time. Whenever you're the champ, you always go to second forever. And the only time that that ever changed was Dexter. When he was the champ, he went to third and Branch was in second. And it was like, holy shit, this is the first time that a Mr. Olympia just wasn't second. And then Rami got fifth, and it was just like, oh, well, now that's like the new record. But yeah, from first to fourth is a pretty bad drop. Like I feel really bad because it's almost a record.
Think about the money. I mean, I'm sure he never. I didn't see Samson out of the top two. I mean, I had Derek and Samson top two going in, and like if I had to put money on it, I didn't see Derek going. I think Derek was a safer bet to not go out top two. I couldn't imagine Samson going this far, but that shocked the fuck out of me. I can't imagine him being on top two. So I'm sure he thought he was getting at least what is that 200 like 100K, 150K, and it's like I think he got like 50 or something instead of the 600 that he was expecting.
Um,
Like
damn, yeah,
that's
yeah. And yeah, Nick, I'm sure going into the show, I think Nick probably took the biggest cut in pay that someone thought that they were going to get. I
But
think
you
Samson
mean you think
cost
I think he thought he wasn't going to do that good at least the last couple of weeks. He had to have known like shit wasn't looking. He seemed like he was kind of faking it even more. Like normally he's kind of like saying shit that he
you
people don't really believe,
think,
but he believes. I feel like he was kind of like I don't think he I think he knows. I feel like he couldn't. This doesn't look like a peak thing. It looks like he needed like a few more weeks to dial shit in or something wasn't working again.
what are you going to dial in? Your waist? You can't. It's not. I know. I think he did think he was going to win. Absolutely. If you talk to him, which I did, it was almost disrespectful to even ask him if he was going to win or not. It was such a for sure.
I think it's one
There's
of those things that you just believe it, like it's something you don't believe truly, but you believe it so much that you believe it. You know what I mean? Like, like you believe the lie yourself.
no. I just think that no one's ever knocked him or docked him literally on stage for his waist before. So I think when he was going into the show, he was thinking he is cut, he is shredded. I mean, they probably could have peaked a little bit better, but it wasn't like he knew this weeks before. I just think this was finally the first show where they said, okay, enough is enough with the stomach.
Yeah,
And
I
I
mean, it
think,
was out of control, but no, I mean, this is the worst he's ever looked on stage as a pro. I mean, as far as like everything, like, but I mean, he was in shape from behind, but even from the front, like, he wasn't, he needs to be like as detailed as you can fucking get. It
right.
was, I mean, I would have had Curry in front of him. I mean, what do you think? You think he would have changed anything?
I think Tonio got the biggest shaft of anyone.
He looks so good, but I mean, I was thinking about him and Nick. Nick was just so that you just look at that side chest. I was looking at their side chest together. I'm like, pretty as Tonio is, as good as he is, like that side chest is just getting swallowed whole by Nick. And so, yeah, I think Tonio's got one of the best front lats. I mean, everything. He doesn't have anything weak at all, but just Nick is so big. Like I think those three are really close. Curry, Nick, and Tonio. I think those three were really, really tight. And Samson, honestly, I would have had Samson close with them. I would have put Martin in front of Samson, to be honest. Yeah. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, unfortunately, the worst thing about the show is just something people aren't going to understand is the fucking amount of time that it took for them to finally come out by the end.
So I didn't even buy it. I didn't want to fucking watch it till midnight and
It's
shit.
just insane that we're still doing this because like it used to be where you would come out and you do your routines and then they would do the other classes. And then now you come back out and you do your comparisons. So people were complaining that you came out and did your routine and then you sat and you got cold for the other classes. But now it's almost like they did it worse. They had it where they come out right away and everyone was like, yes, finally bodybuilding is just coming out straight away with the comparisons. Like, let's just get straight to the part that chooses who's going to be Mr. Olympia. Doing the routines and doing a pump up. I can tell you, doing backstage and pumping up, then sitting down for hours, and then trying to pump up again, it hurts. It literally fucking hurts because you already just got flat. Now you're trying to pump up again. Like, what are you doing? You're going to eat again? Of course you have to eat again. It's been like fucking 5 hours. So then now you're trying to eat again, trying to figure out what to eat, pump up. So when they came out, everyone was like, yes, finally they got their shit right. Put the fucking women last. Let them come out after they've already done the comparisons. So they did their comparisons and we're thinking, okay, now they just have to do the routines. Then they do another comparison. And it was like, okay, well, this is strange. And then they did one more. It just didn't make any sense. It was like, I get it that it was obviously so close, but that's not bodybuilding. And Aceto has been talking about it for a long time, for years, that is the Olympia who's the best bodybuilder or who can be the best on 2 days,
Yeah.
because that's not bodybuilding. Like bodybuilding is peaking it, timing it for one time, one day, and then that's the winner. So for you to do that all year round, you did this to qualify for the show, and then now you go to it. It's almost like a new competition where you have to be good on this day, right? Okay, and you have to be good on the next day. I understand that, but it's not just that. You have to be good this time, then sit down, then get up again, then sit down, and then do that again. It's almost like that's a completely different type of talent or skill, if you want to call it, because that's not bodybuilding. And
It's
it
harder for the
just
bigger guys too, right?
it's
Like,
and that's what I was going to say. And I
yeah.
think that that's why it ended up helping out the two shortest guys, Hottie and Derek, because the food that they have to eat to carb up is less. The amount of time it takes to pump up is less. No matter what, you just look better when you're shorter. So I already heard that they're losing their shit about whatever they were doing. Like it was cool, and then they did like the okay, well Brandon's not in the top four, but this is the only time that we're gonna have, because I don't know, you didn't watch it. Then they did this thing where they said, so they had the top four out, and then they did a bunch of comparisons, and then they were like, oh, okay, actually Andrew, go back in the line. Brandon, come up here. This is the first time we've ever had four Mr. Olympias in a show. So just hit a shot. Like, what is it's like
That,
a it's like
poor
a
Brandon.
car show. Like you're just like, let's show off our cars and let's see what they look like. Like I get it. It was history. It was very cool. But no matter what, like what was Derek and Hottie and Samson getting out of just standing there to
Yeah.
do a and Curry? It was just like all over the place. Like, oh my God, it was so annoying.
Yeah, the production. I just that's pretty fucked up when like a big fan like me is like, I know this production's gonna be annoying and shitty and long and lighting will probably fucking suck. You know, the camera angles will probably be all weird. I was like, it was just a shit show last year. I was like, I'll just wait and I'll watch the HD afterwards. You know, because
Oh, you
I'm
missed.
like the person that would buy anything bodybuilding to support it. Like just
Yeah, bro, you buy like the local shows, right?
yeah, they're
It's
way
huge.
better ran. They're shorter. Yeah,
Well, the only thing you missed that was so fucking funny, but I don't know if it hurt him or not. But Andrew just thought it was like a guest posing. Like
for his
if
routine.
I thought no, I thought everyone was going to be talking about this, but I think because he did good, no one's talking about it. No, when they did comparisons, bro, this guy is walking off away from the guys. Like you couldn't even see him. He's just walking to the other end, doing this like Hulk Hogan, doing. They had to literally stop the show and be like, Andrew, this is not a guest posing. Like,
That's
get back.
hilarious. No, I didn't see that.
Never in my life ever seen
Was
it.
this Friday?
And then he did it again. They literally had to stop the show because of this guy, because he's just, I couldn't see him. That's how far off to the side he was. And then he comes back when they're done. So they're all hitting their
They're
poses,
like
like,
front double by, and he's just like strutting
and
around.
he's doing it over there in the crowd for this corner. It was almost like he was posing for like someone else on the other side. And then they line back up. And then they're like, again, it was like almost every time they said most muscular, he lost his shit. He was like, he was on, I think it was because he was so excited that he was finally
That's
in the
hilarious.
running. And now he starts walking across the guys. So like the guys are here and Andrew's over here. He's just passing them to go do posing over here. And they're like, you hear Steve, he's like, Andrew, Andrew. Like three times they had to call him to
Fuck.
get back in line. Thank God that he got third, because sometimes the judges are just really weird about things
But
that piss them off.
yeah, we even yeah, you can't don't do that because I mean, if they're 100% split, they're not going to go with the fucking dickhead who's pissing them off. Like it can be that close,
I've
you know?
never seen that in my entire life for the guy in the lineup for the top
Well,
four.
that's some Arnold shit. That's some Arnold against your dad kind of shit back in the day. Remember they call it a pose, you do like a
Yeah, right.
different
Yeah, let's go
pose.
over there and let's pose over there. Like exactly.
Yeah, that's
Was
fucking
Derek like,
wild.
hey, go over there and pose? It's
That's
so
fucking wild.
funny.
So, so the top. So let's go through a little bit. Is there anything you would change? Like, so you don't think Derek should have won or what?
Um, I only just because Hottie's legs like they disappeared. I don't know if
Yeah, the
something.
right leg, right? I mean, that was
Yeah, I mean,
if
he
Audie
was
had
hitting.
more of a right leg, I would have given it to him too.
That's the only thing that I would have switched. So because of that, I agree.
Yeah. What about? I mean, do you think you said Martin ahead of Samson potentially?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, but Martin, as good as he looked, like I was looking at him last year. He looks better this year because he's got more muscle. But his peak last year was even better. It was so fucking wacky.
I was thinking the same thing. Whenever that Instagram account did the comparison from last year to this year, I thought not only Martin looked better, but Andrew looked better. But when I
Really.
was watching the
I thought most
show,
of them did look better than the before, so I was wondering that, but I didn't think Andrew. But I don't remember. I looked at it, but I didn't look. But
it was
maybe,
just every pose except the back double.
yeah,
It was
maybe.
like that's what I'm saying, like, did he fix the back double and then make the front worse? But because the front is so much, It's
Well, his
so
yeah,
much.
it was right. His front's always shredded. Yeah, so maybe if he was a little
Yeah.
fuller,
But
yeah,
no, the those comparisons, his front relaxed, his front lat spread, his front double, they were way better
yeah,
last. But that's what I've been talking about in bodybuilding. That's what's the fucked up thing about bodybuilding is that people don't understand, especially these old guys in body that used to compete back in the day. To get a certain degree of your glutes being shredded, you have to lose it from something else. So Levrone, Cormier, Flex Wheeler, they had fat on their body. They had fat on their ass. And it helped that body look a lot prettier. It was a lot more like flowing. It was a lot fuller. And so it's almost like taking like someone and being like, hey, go on fucking chemo and then come out of chemo and then yeah your glutes are shredded because of the chemo but you look like a cancer victim in the front
yeah.
and that's exactly what it does when you try and get that extra little 1% off of your ass and hamstring. It has to also make the front look a little bit less pleasing, and so those pictures really show how Andrew, right, he subtracted the front to get the glutes, which is what they want, but I would have definitely taken that, not this last Texas but the other Texas
Yeah,
Andrew.
that's what I was gonna say is if he could trade like less than 5% of that condition for fullness, like 5% of it, like that would be the best look. But yeah, that Texas, I mean, he didn't have lines in his ass, like, but he was hard, and that was a wacky look. I mean, that was the probably the craziest look I've seen on stage that I can actually like think of. Like, I mean, I think that front lat, that ab and thigh, and that front double are top three of all time. You know,
Sure,
which is
absolutely.
which is just
I would
wild
love
to
to
think
see
about.
that next to Phil Heath, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah, which is just wild to think about. So yeah, so I mean, obviously, so Curry was a pretty big surprise to you too. Did you expect him to look that fucking good? I had him out of top 10.
No, I every time that I try and count him out, I remember we do that every year. We
Yeah,
literally do the same thing about Brandon
he
every
looked
year.
great.
So now I just stop myself and say, no, I got to throw him in because even no matter what I think, because yeah, you're right. You watch his training and it's just like it's not anything impressive, you
Well, and
know?
he hasn't looked that great in like most of his shit recently, you know? Like not like this. Like this was as good as he's been since he was winning Arnold Classics, at least, you know?
Yeah. No, he was super full. It was really good. It was good for good veto, good for
He
him.
just
That was a
poses so shitty. I think he could have beaten Bonek if he posed a little bit better. You know,
yeah.
Bonek looked shredded.
Konak looked like shit.
He
Yeah.
looked a little looked like he's competed a lot at his age now. Like that, his
Yeah,
chest was gone. I
that's
mean,
exactly what he looked like. Yeah, his lats were back to being gone again and
yeah.
like
So
going
you
loose.
would have had good veto in front of him too, like me.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I potentially could have even had Jordan ahead of Bonek. I would have liked to see them
I
like,
was just gonna say, yeah, and Jordan too. But
yeah.
it's is Jordan better or worse, or is it just who you stand next to?
I mean, yeah. I mean, Jordan, he proves fast. He looks like he improved from his wins. He's gonna be pretty good. He keeps on moving on up. So yeah, I think potentially they could have moved higher. Antonio, like I said, he looked fucking great, but it's hard to move past Brandon and Nick where I had him. It's kind of crazy,
Yeah,
right? Like Sass got like last, he got 16th, right? Like
yeah,
that's
that's the only thing, bro. I'm watching him. He's easily the most shredded person on stage. Like, if you just like cover everybody
yeah,
else, he's like perfect. But
yeah.
you need to reward that because you can't be like rewarding guys just because they're fucking bigger, but they're not their best. I just feel so bad. I'm glad he went because that was a big thing for him and his family just to go to an Olympia in his life. And I know he's super excited, but he's literally last place.
Well, I
Like
mean, at
he
least I mean he's the real last place. So at least he got ahead of Brett and the Chinese guy and Dorian.
Yeah, but yeah, they shafted Brett too. I thought he looked okay. I don't think he was last place. And then also Regan. Yeah, see, Regan, like that was good for Regan. He did look good,
Do
but
you think
it's
he looked better than his last Olympia? I don't think his condition was as good, but I'd have to see them next to each other.
yeah, no, I mean his yeah, it's tough because right now he has more muscle.
Yeah.
Oh, is it less or better condition? But I thought he looked good. It's just whatever it is, I don't know if it's his legs or when he stands next to other people, but yeah, he just kind of like looks worse, but he's not because I saw him. I saw him in person. He looked amazing.
He looks so big in person. So what do you think? What do you think his deal is? Who was even coaching him this time? Do you know?
He was with Dom.
He's with Dom. So is he going to
Yeah.
stick with Dom? Like, has anyone changed coaches more than Regan that you can think of? Like, I think he's got to be the record right now. I mean, from Kuwait, even, Cito, like he's fucking been everywhere around.
It's got to be the most, yeah.
What do you
But
think? What do you think that is? Do you think he just like why do you think he has trouble like finding a coach he gels with?
well, luckily So Dom's really good. Dom's even been helping me out. We haven't talked at all about my show. I even had to call Dom when I was in Italy because
Yeah.
the show was such a fucking catastrophe that I had to literally call another coach just to say, like, am I crazy? Because I don't want to be that guy who's
Yeah.
like, I don't want to do this and I don't like that. Like, so I even asked Dom a couple times in Italy, like, is this crazy or am I crazy? And he's just like, no, ask Stefan this, and then I would ask Stefan and he's like, yeah, let's do this. Then I'm thinking, what the fuck? What if I never asked Dom to ask if that ever happened? So Dom's super smart. I was gonna say is that thank God Dom figured out, and I don't know if this has anything to do with Aceto or Milos or Kuwait. Dom figured out fucking Regan's allergic to protan.
Oh yeah, I think did you tell me that? I think I heard that. I think he told me
Oh
that.
yeah, it wasn't me because I just found out. I didn't know that that's a thing.
Yeah.
That that protan puts
Oh, I think
corn.
I heard Regan talking about it. I heard Regan talking.
Maybe
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
They put fucking corn in their tan.
yeah.
And yeah, shocker, you got an allergy to corn, you're gonna
So does
fucking,
that
yeah,
like inflame the skin and like
yeah, it's gonna
why
put.
didn't he look better then? Did he not use did he use Protan or what? I'm sure he didn't use it, right?
Well, then I was talking to his wife after the show, and they said that they put the wrong tan again for because prejudging he looked better, and then for the last day, I think that they put the other tan back. I don't know what it is. I haven't really been trying to bother anybody. I really just been trying to honestly stay away from everybody. I've been so kind of fucking butthurt about everything. So like I'm excited. I want to support people, but the gym was so packed. Like I just didn't go to the gym. I didn't even want to be there. Like it was just such like a fucking photo shoot everywhere. So I want to wait till everything settles down. I want to ask him because I want to ask him his real opinion on Dom switching,
Oh,
whatever
because
happened.
he was with Stefan too, right? Before?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I gave him shit for switching. I said, I couldn't believe that you qualified for the Olympia and you switched. Why wouldn't you just at least do one more to let this guy learn your body? And yeah, I had to fucking apologize to this guy and tell him, I know exactly why you switched. And it's just stupid to see red flags and then stay and think something's going to get better when it's not going to get better. So I'm jealous that he left and
Yeah,
didn't
so
do it.
so you were with Aceto fucking forever. So what happened that made you not like be down to write it out with
Oh
Stefan?
no, Cito didn't do anything wrong. It's just my body. My body just can't do
No, that's what I'm
diuretics.
saying. But like with Aceto, obviously you stayed with him forever and he got to know you and did, good shows, maybe not the best shows in your opinion, but like with Stefan it was one and done, right? Like what was the issue? What was different?
Well, I mean, also when I was with Aceto, I never placed worse than third. So you are in the running. I mean, except for the Arnold, I got fifth. Except for that show, I'm always in the running. And I think in the back of my head, I'm like, I also was having fights with my girlfriend. I fucking got dropped from my sponsor right before, and I'm all stressed on how to pay for my bills. So I think I mean, yeah, 2015 till what, FIBO?
Yeah.
It's like more than 12 years. I think I just always kept telling myself it's my fault. If I would have just given Aceto a more stable home life, he would have been able to do better. So I just did that for probably maybe an extra 5 years where I probably should have switched. Because what I realized what it is yes, my life was for sure shit, but I can't do an insane amount of diuretics anymore. And when I was young, I could just fucking pop them like they were candy, and it didn't make me flatten out. I didn't have that like old looking skin because even though I was super flat in FIBO, I looked way back. Like I looked way younger than I did at the cow the show right before. And that's just the diuretics. So that's the only reason I left the Ceto. I think everything his protocol, I think his off season, I think even like peak week, it's all really good. It's just my body can't, whatever it is, do with them anymore. So that's the only reason I left. Otherwise, I'd still be with him.
So yeah, so why didn't you stick with Stefan for as long, give him time to figure his shit out?
I did. I did two shows, and then I realized that
What was the first show?
FIBO,
FIBO, and then okay, then
Italy.
you went to Italy, right? Okay, that's right. You
Um,
did FIBO early. Well, so was it the same? Did you guys switch a lot of shit that you tried for between FIBO and then when you did Pete for Italy?
Well, obviously because I was super fly, and then I fucking spilled over for the other one, so we filled up too much. But it was just the fact that he was just so distracted with Urs. Like it was just unbelievable. Like I never seen a coach tell me to send photos when we're 30 minutes away. Like why? Why am I in another country to send photos? It doesn't make any sense. Like I even said, like, I'll drive to you. And then I realized you know what I need to do is I need to know my place. These guys have mad history together. You cannot be expecting even the same amount of attention that Urs gets, and that's okay. It's normal. We're all humans. Like if I was prepping you, I'm going to give you more care than a random client. It's just how it goes. So I even took Urs aside at the athlete meeting. And I was like, hey, look, bro, I don't want Stefan being stressed out, driving back and forth. I said, I don't know why he won't let me just drive to you guys. I don't
Did he
know
say
if
no? Like, don't drive to me when you're like, I'll go out there?
Stefan.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, no, it's fine. I'll come to you. But you only came once. And then you came another time, really just because I think I guilt tripped him. Because I was like, one time he wasn't going to see me till 8 o'clock at night. And I was like, you're not going to see me till fucking at night? And I didn't say fucking, but I
Yeah.
was just, questioning. And I think he could tell by my response, he was like, okay, I'll try and find a time to come by and find me. But otherwise, yeah, it was just twice. And then so either way at the athlete meeting, I saw Urs and I'm like, hey, look, I don't want him going back and forth. Every time that I keep saying, like, I'll drive to you, it seems like he doesn't want me to. Because some bodybuilders, they're just so weird about their place, their like safe place
Yeah.
before a show. I get it. It's like super mental, whatever it is. So that's why I even wanted to ask her is because I didn't want to impose and just be like, no, it's okay. I'll just come there,
Yeah. Is that, I
I
feel like ours is, I don't know. I don't get that vibe. How was it?
exactly right. Super
Yeah.
cool. So that's why I even asked her. I said, hey, look, I don't want him driving back and forth. Can I said, it's what I said to him. I said, I don't want to impose, but can I just come to you guys so this guy doesn't have to go back and forth? Because I don't want to send photos. I don't want to fucking
Yeah.
pay, $6,000 to fly to Italy
Yeah.
to send photos. I could have done Texas. I
That's
could
why
have
you
done
came out. Yeah, I was about to say, that's why you fucking went out there.
exactly. And he told me to go out there. It's not like, because look, some guys will pick a show that their coach is going to be there for, and then they're giving their coach shit that they're not giving them that much, attention. Like he was already going to be there. You
Yeah.
do that show. No. In April, my coach told me to do this show. So you and your stepdad decided that you were going to go into open, and now you're at my show. Like, how the fuck am I getting shafted? So either way, I just was trying to be super chill. I asked Ernest, he's like, oh no, no problem. And then the next day, Stefan's like, okay, I'm going to come by around this time. So I just figured clearly our conversation did not go well because I clearly just said, I don't want this guy driving. And then the next message from him is that he's going to drive. That means Urs just didn't give a fuck. He doesn't care.
I mean, maybe, but maybe it's Stefan being weird. Like Stefan's weird. He does shit that doesn't make sense too, though. You know what I mean? I don't know anything about hers, anything, but it seems like he just seems like such a happy fucking go lucky dude about bodybuilding all the time. Seems like he would not be against it, but I don't know. I mean, I have no fucking clue. But I also
Yeah,
think
I
Stefan
don't
does
think
things that don't make rational sense to normal people, probably
probably for sure.
the
Yeah.
way his brain works.
But yeah, I don't think he did anything malicious. I don't think he
Yeah.
did anything like on purpose wrong or he even did anything wrong. It just wasn't him listening to me and he was just too distracted. And then yeah, like one time he like sent me the wrong diet and I was just like, "Ugh, what is going on?" That's when I asked Dom. That's when I messaged Dom. Because the dumbest thing you could ever do is listen to two coaches. I hate when
Yeah.
bodybuilders they're so fucking dumb. So that's what I even told Dom. I was like, I don't want you to coach me or tell me anything. I just want you to tell me if I'm fucking crazy or not. I just needed like a sidebar so you can let me know if I'm nuts or not. And then, yeah, luckily I messaged him about the diet that was wrong and come to find out like what he had sent me was not right.
It
It was
wasn't even
just,
for you?
well, it was in the wrong measurements.
Oh, you went European measurements on you, or what? I mean, we use grams and stuff
Exactly.
anyway. What?
Exactly. Yeah, but it was cooked and uncooked.
Oh, fuck. I mean, yeah,
It's just a huge, huge fucking difference,
yeah.
bro.
For your proteins and shit. Yeah, that's like
No, for your carbs.
for your
Yeah.
carb. Yeah, for your rice and shit. Yeah,
Exactly. It's like 100 or 350, you
yeah.
know? So I that's when I knew I'm like, yeah, he's definitely just distracted because then I found out him and Urs are eating every 2 hours, posing every 2 hours, adjusting the diet every 2 hours, So
I mean, when you hear
it's
him talk about Urs, have you ever heard him talk about on the podcast afterwards? It sounded like it was his fucking son. Like, like
but they are, and it's really cool. It's not a bad thing. Like it's really
well, it's
cool that
bad
they
for you,
now.
understandably. I mean, it's not a bad thing overall, but it's tough to
Yeah,
be on the outside to be out there. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's weird. It seems like it would have been much easier, like if you guys could coordinate. Why weren't you fucking close to each other? How far apart were y'all?
exactly. I picked to stay 5 minutes from the show. And I guess this was the first year that they switched the show from where it used to be. So him and Urs booked where the show used to be, but it still was just 35 minutes. It wasn't
Yeah,
that far.
yeah,
So, but either way, I just realized like I need to be with someone who's trying to figure out my peak before we're there. I'm so done with the let me give you something and then we see how it affects you and then we adjust. We can't be doing that anymore. Like I'm too old for that and I'm putting way too much into each show. Like I want to do a mock prep before we start. Like I want to figure out like what foods my body can take or not take before we go. Like we just can't be just like, hey, let's just see what happens and throw this out there. Because the same thing happened with Regan and Brett. When you land where you're at for your show, he sends you your peak protocol. How? You didn't even see us.
Yeah.
It's already sent. It's already sent before you land. So that's very fishy. And what it is to me is because he's actually so good at adjusting. I think he's almost like a genius at adjusting that he just relies on. He can literally give you the wrong diet. Like he even gave me, I was even eating the wrong food. And it wasn't until I took a photo and sent it to him that I was like, what the fuck is going on? This is a bikini girls prep. Uh, that he was like, oh, okay, you know what? We'll just switch it to this. And I think because he can always do that, he's not stressed. He's not worried. He knows that whatever he gives you as like a base, diet, sees what it affects your body, how it's going, and then he adjusts from there. But I don't want to do that anymore. I got fucking 5 more years of this shit. And I need someone who's like figuring out my body, what makes it tick, from the inside out, rather than kind of throwing stuff at it and see what sticks.
So what would you say is the main thing that went wrong as far as your peak, if you think something went wrong with your peak?
It was just that last fucking meal, bro. The
Yeah.
what I posted about.
It
Yeah,
was
because those pictures that I posted, like, yeah, okay, let's say I'm a little bit flat.
just too much
Even that,
carbs, late, too late, you're saying?
yeah, I just can't eat before prejudging. And once I start popping diuretics, I cannot be eating that kind of food.
I
It just
can't
sits in
be
my
eating
stomach.
before. Yeah.
I need to overcarb. That's what I said to him. I
Yeah,
said,
me
hey, what
too.
we need to do is overdo it the day before,
Dorian
and then
style.
wake up and we kind of maintain it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm just so sick and tired of not looking my best on stage. That's just what I'm tired of doing. Like it's honestly, if those pictures that I posted saying this is what I look like 4 hours, fucking 4 hours before, if I would have just stepped on stage like that and got last place, last call out, I would have been so happy. It would have been fine because no matter what, at least I'm finally looking like what I know I look like. And then everyone else can see that this is what I fucking look like. I'm so tired of getting on stage. And it almost makes me seem like I'm crazy. Like, bro, this is what you've been walking around looking like, thinking that you're going to win a show. But people that don't compete, they don't understand that, yeah, your body can change within hours and looks like fucking straight sloppy Joe. And really, if you would have just changed this or changed that, you would have looked a lot better. You'll see a lot of bodybuilders, they'll be like, oh, I looked so much better the day after the show. At their photo shoot, they looked amazing. Yeah, that's completely different. That's you posing insanely. You pulled all that water out. Your nerves are gone.
Yeah, the
That's a complete
nerves are the big thing.
situation. You fucking it up 4 hours before the show is literally just a 1 or 2 meal mess up. And yeah, that's what I said. I said also what I realized for me, for my front double, my front lat spread, if I can't pull my vacuum in, my body just looks off. It just completely throws off every body part. It's weird how the abs are just such the center point of everything. And that's what I said. I said the day of the show, we need to figure out some kind of either like really fast digesting or a liquid carb or something to pump up because I can't eat food once we start popping diuretics. And again, one more fucking cream of rice meal that I couldn't even eat, bro. That's what I was even thinking too. Like while I'm eating it, like my stomach is so fucked. I'm like, oh, but I'm the kind of guy that I would stress out that I didn't do or like
Yeah,
those.
either way, it's gonna fuck you up. So you
Right.
you 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 had water was already pretty cut at that point, and so you were just sipping on it, trying to
Yeah.
get help with the meal. Yeah, that's hard. It's fucking hard. I can't do. Some people can. I mean, some people can do that and look good. Like my stomach just gets fucked like it immediately, and I don't have like a distended stomach normally. That'll fuck me up. Like,
Exactly.
yeah,
Same. Right. I know. And then, yeah, because that's why I was even posting the other photos where I'm super flat, but my waist is small. It's fine. It's just now I got to figure out what I'm going to do with that last meal with prejudging. Another thing, though, in everyone's defense, is prejudging, not the night show. Prejudging started at 7 p.m.
at your show. Yeah.
Yeah, crazy, right?
Yeah, I mean, so they just ran right into the night show, right? They just we did it.
Yeah,
That's kind of cool for you, though, right? Wouldn't you rather be that as a
that's why I
bodybuilder?
thought I was gonna win. I'm like, bro, I'm
Yeah.
fucking in because I'm the only guy waking up at like fucking noon, where these guys are like waking up at 6. But yeah, just that one meal fucked me up, bro. And then you can even just tell my face, bro. I was just so out of it because I felt so uncomfortable. Like
Well,
I knew
especially
I
because you were doing something that in your back of your head, you're like, I don't know if I should do this. So then you, like I said, either way, you're going to be doubting yourself in a fucked up headspace, no matter what you did, unless for whatever reason you looked phenomenal. So that's understandable.
Yeah, and I like was looking at myself backstage because I could feel it already. I was like, oh man, I feel like shit. I feel like I had to take a shit. That's like the worst feeling you could have, like minutes before you're gonna go on
Yeah.
stage. And so I pull Stefan aside, because Urs and his whole Netflix documentary that they have going on backstage is like a whole fucking crowd. He comes over and I'm like, man, am I crazy? I feel like my stomach looks like shit because I just set up my phone, just to take some bit footage. And he's like, Serge, I'll tell you right now, you look the best you ever have on stage, and your stomach looks the best I ever have. So then I went back to like telling myself, like, no, bro, you're back to being in your head again. Stop being such a fucking
I mean,
negative.
as a coach, that might be the best thing he can tell you. That what is he supposed to tell you? No, you look like shit. Actually, we're fucked. You're
Yeah, but
about to
all
be
it did
fucked
was
on
make me
stage.
think. Now all it made me think is that you don't know what the fuck my stomach should look like. That only blew it up even worse
I
because
mean, that's
now
a hard situation, right? What is he even if he knows he fucked up? What do you say
no,
then?
because he could just say that's a little off, like let's try and do instead of a crunched abs, we'll do a vacuum or regardless. Like you adjust, you don't just fucking gaslight.
I think I would have gaslit at that point, right before you went on stage. I'm like, I know
Uh,
Sergio gets in his head. I'm gonna just lie to his team.
or just say it looks fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, don't say
Like
it's the best
the
ever.
best ever, bro. I promise you, the next time it's like one of those things, like when you like, that you lost a show, like you look like shit, and then your friends are like, bro, you looked amazing. I promise you, I'm never listening to you ever.
Well, it's like one of those people who can't do like the little lie to make it believable. They've got to like make it the most grand big lie ever
Yes,
instead of.
exactly, exactly. So that only hurt my confidence in him knowing what's good or not. So that really just,
I mean,
but
when you
it's
look at his,
exactly like what Stefan is saying in his podcast, where people ask him the same thing. It's just difference of opinion.
yeah.
I was telling him that I think I looked bad. He thought I looked good, and the placing said I looked bad. So I'm going to agree with the judges. Like I know my stomach looked the worst it ever has in my life.
I mean, I don't think he's anywhere like Milos with the insulin protocols and stuff, but it seems similar in the fact that like when they hit with their people, they hit like in a way that is like fucking wild. But it's a lot of times that it doesn't hit, and it's sometimes it's like instead of just being like 2% off, it's like 5% or 10% off, and so
Yeah.
it's always. But when you look like Wesley, or Martin, either Olympia, like those are like on, but I don't know. It seems like not like it seems like there's a specific type that it's really hitting with. So Dom, he's close to you. He's in Vegas.
Yeah, he's here,
I thought
right? So
so.
and he was already helping me with like my gut health and stuff when I first moved
Yeah,
here.
that would be good.
Just health stuff.
Yeah.
He's been helping me on, but he's super big on health and figuring out exactly like what's the best things for each person, and then goes from there rather than like this is what I do. Like I said, let's see what sticks. Like that works for some people. Like, and honestly, look, I can't even dog it because that's what I do with my clients. That's what we all do with our clients. We give them some kind of diet, and then you see how that goes from there. If it goes like shit, then you need to figure out, okay, this is not for you. But if it's like a little off, then you can do a little micro adjustments. But it's very hard. It's very rare too to have someone figure out from, like I'm saying, from the inside out, what foods affect your body, what foods affect your body when you have less water. Like also the other thing too is that there's no weights backstage. So I even went to this gym that's like 4 minutes from the venue, and I was pumping up there.
In
And I,
Italy?
yeah, and I told Stefan just to tell me what was on stage.
That's hilarious.
But I was just, it's also nice too because there's no competitors.
Yeah.
The gym's empty because everyone's at the show. So it's almost like I had this whole backstage pump up area to myself. And I just got in the car. The tan lady was with me. She just did my tan. And then I went over there and did the show. But it was that last meal that I ate on the way there that fucked me up.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That I mean, I know that was a bummer for you. I know, I'm sure, but I just think that in the end, it's gonna make that return, even that much better, when you come on like the way you want. Just set for yourself because that is the worst as a bodybuilder. I hear James talk about it a lot. James Hollinshead says the same kind of shit. Like I just want the fucking picture of me where I feel like I accomplished all my effort, everything resulted in the best. Because it's not like an effort thing. If it was just work hard, then that would be so easy, right? Because everyone can just slam their fucking head against the wall. But it's like you need all these other variables to land just perfectly, and a lot of it is beyond your control, no matter what. So, I mean, that's something just to
Yeah, I
remember.
mean, look, it's fourth, which is the worst I've ever placed. So I need to be happy about that. Like, it's not like I never got a second call out in my life.
Yeah.
Sometimes guys can have the same situation that I did where they're like, damn, I just want to look the best I am on stage. And they're in second or third call up. So, like, I'm very thankful that my worst is still in the running. But the fact that Quinton was off, Urs is not that great in Italy. That means I could have won. And then losing that extra spot to Mark Hector was just like an extra, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, at least he looked better. It was that was the
But
best
I
he
only
looked.
look better from what I did in the gym. Like my back double.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, your back. I mean, your chest. A lot of
Yeah.
people talked about your chest came up too.
Yeah, but that's just in the gym.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I mean, everyone can look good in the gym, but I know everyone like your chest definitely came up a lot, and your back, your just thickness, yeah, everything looked a lot thicker. So having Dom close to you is gonna be really helpful. I think just having someone
Yeah, I
there.
think so too. I
Is
think it'll be
Nick's there, right? Are you gonna train with Nick at all? Maybe you can fucking
Nick who Walker?
is Nick Walker in Vegas? I know he's
No,
went back
he
home.
moved a while ago. Yeah, he doesn't live here anymore.
Okay, he's back for good. I didn't know if that was like a temporary thing.
I told him to move back to this new gym because he's sponsored by New Tech. He should be at this new gym.
Yeah, fuck man, I can't wait to get out there. I'm gonna try to go out there real
Yeah,
soon.
I was gonna say you definitely should come because you can't even. It's almost like Disney World. You can't even do it in one day.
Yeah,
There's no
oh fuck.
in one day.
Yeah, I need to be like reinvigorated. I've been like slack in the last 2 months, so I've been ready to get remotivated. Um,
Why? Any reason?
just business, just work and shit. I've been doing the social
Oh,
media
good
stuff
stuff.
going up,
Good
and
stuff.
then looking at spaces for gyms and shit. Just it takes a lot of my kids. I'm trying not to be like I don't make enough money to not be present at all with my kids. Like I don't have their colleges paid for. I can't justify it enough, so I'm trying to be there too while trying to provide. So,
No,
you'll get
that's why
there. Are
that's a
you waiting till
great.
you retire till you guys start trying to have kids?
No, I gotta try and do before.
Yeah, and for sure.
Or yeah, no, that'll be too. I'm not because I don't want to be my dad, bro. My dad had me at almost 50.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, his body was destroyed because of they guinea pigged everything. They
Yeah.
realized, like, oh shit, you shouldn't be doing these fucking sissy squats with like fucking 8 plates. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna blow your knees out. So I mean that the drug protocol, like his body was just warped by the time he was older anyway. But even if he wasn't, you cannot be having a kid by 50 because by the time the kid is 10
Yeah.
and wants to fucking play sports, you're a 60-year-old man. Like it just
Yeah.
doesn't.
No. Let's see. Was there anything else? I mean, I didn't really watch too many of the other divisions. I saw
Well, there was
Ryan.
winners and there was like new winners in almost all of them.
Yeah, I saw Rhea one figure. I've been watching her for a long time. She always had a cool physique. Then
Who?
Rhea, the girl that won figure, the UK girl, right?
Oh,
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
Ryan Terry won again. They're obviously trying to keep physique like just looking like that because I don't know what they judge off of because everyone like looks crazy.
It was the most I ever cared about men's physique, though. I'll say that. I have
Why was
never,
that?
but it was just all the fucking beef between them.
Who
Like,
had beef? I don't know anything. Who was the beef? Ryan's a nice dude. They had beef with him.
no, no, no. Yeah, that's what he even said in his interview that he's like, I don't know, for whatever reason, guys leave me alone. They don't really.
Ryan's nice. Yeah, he's nice. He's an
I think that's what
OG.
it is because I think that they try and talk shit and he's just like,
Wait,
okay,
and he's such
you
an
know,
OG, like in the end, like everyone just kind of like respects him, I think. But so yeah,
yeah.
between like the
But
second, third, and fourth,
Ali,
right?
Ali, and Brandon, they
Brandon.
had some.
Yeah.
You saw the press conference, right? Where
No, I didn't watch that.
he they got into it pretty big, and then Ali like kind of like put his hand on Brandon and like because like man, I almost got I think I talked to you about it before. I mean, Brandon almost got into a fight at the Olympia,
So he
honestly.
gets into it with everybody, huh?
But Brandon will throw hands. He for
Yeah.
sure.
I don't I
He's so
don't I don't I don't think I
competitive.
would fuck
Like
with him if Ali.
we'll fight over anything. And they almost got into it, like seriously fighting at the press conference. That Bob had to step in and be like, "Hey, no touching." Like it was like because he even turned to him and he was like, he like first said it like, "Don't fucking touch me," and then everyone was like kind of laughing. He's like, "No,
No,
don't
there's
touch
some people that like you got like a very tiny window to de-escalate that shit with some people.
for sure." And I know how it is too because for sure they're all hungry.
Yeah.
We're already on a 10, and then this guy has been talking shit the whole year.
Ali has.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
He beat him too, right?
He did, yeah.
That guy looks great, man. Ali looks crazy. I mean, so does Brandon, but he just looks wacky, man. Looks like the ultimate characterized beach body, like a caricature of it.
That's exactly what it is, right? Because I saw him in clothes, and it's just like, how is this guy the Arnold Classic winner?
Right? Yeah.
But yeah, you take your clothes off, and your intercostals are fucking
Yeah.
talking to
It's
everybody.
wacky. What did you think about the classic?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
like
heard Mike got heighted even higher than he was supposed to be, even though he got shorter. You hear anything about that? I heard he was
oh
an
yeah,
it.
all that height, yeah, that stuff. So what they ended up just doing is they ended up losing extra weight. It's not
Yeah.
that He didn't get measured higher. He
Well,
got
no. So
measured.
what I heard was what saw them saying was that he lost the extra weight to make the height, and he still was like it was like really iffy if he was even making that height then. Like so, like he got like over an inch in the past. So, but yeah,
Yeah, and so but in person, it's very noticeable
it
now
looked
that he's at the weight that he's supposed to be.
yeah,
Because at the
it made
Arnold,
no sense. Yeah,
it was like I remember thinking, I wish I looked like this
yeah, it
guy.
made
Like
no sense.
a classic guy who weighs like 100 pounds less than me. And I'm like, fuck, I wish I looked like that.
Yeah,
But that's what it was, it's because he wasn't. He was like fucking 220. He was like a fucking
yeah,
yes, 212 bodybuilder. And and I think that's what ended up hurting him. It's weird. It's like
yeah,
one of those things where because that's what happened with Kai, right? So Kai beat Phil at the Arnold, and Phil still never won an Arnold because of that. And
yeah.
but Kai was so fucking shredded at that show that when he came to the Olympia that year, they were expecting that awe that he gave them. That I think that that's what Mike did in a reverse way, where I think he shocked them so much by actually just being a little bit bigger that when now he stepped on stage at the Olympia next to Ramon, it was kind of like, like it's good. It's like
Yeah.
really good, but it wasn't the same.
It was
So,
a
so
big difference.
really, if you take out the Arnold, I think Mike would have won the Olympia.
Maybe.
I It was just because we saw what he could look like with a little bit more weight, and then now standing next to somebody who's in the same weight class, really technically because they're all the same for their class for their height. Yeah, Ramon just was way better, but he did come back on Saturday. This is one of those things. Is Ramon a better bodybuilder? Or is he a better 2 day bodybuilder?
Who
Because
came back better? Mike?
Ramon.
Or Ramon did. Yeah.
Oh, on Saturday it was for sure.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
especially from the back, it was like it's probably one of his best ever.
Yeah, because I just saw maybe I just saw pictures from Friday, but I or from the prejudging, but like I mean Ramon looked better than he's looked ever recently, but I still think his second, one of his seconds to Chris was a really good look. I thought one of those looked better, but maybe I didn't see the night show
Yeah.
pictures. But yeah, I mean I feel like I don't know. I feel like there's some Ramon's got a cool physique. He looks wacky. I think he should be open. I think he's got a body that look wild open. Like they need to find their poster boy still. I think Urs would have won if he fucking stayed in classic. He could have fucking won this year
I
potentially.
mean, he definitely would have placed better than he did last year. That's for
Yeah, I mean
sure.
he's the face they would like. I think if he would have stayed in classic, his
But if they were
personality.
giving Mike shit for his hair, making the height, I promise you, the guy with the fucking faux hawk was not being weighed in his proper height either. So that means Urs wasn't weighed in because we know Bumstead wasn't. They
Yeah.
have to clear
Well, he
people
got
up.
he gained a height, didn't he? Didn't he like one year he gained an inch and it just stuck? And I was like, oh, that's lucky. Everyone
Okay,
else
wow,
shrinks as they get older.
exactly. I mean, you know why 212 is 212, right? Not 202. It's because Flex
Because
Lewis
the
couldn't.
flex, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I mean, there's characters that come and go in the sport that are just so valuable that you literally change the class for them. It is what it is. And I would say that Bumstead is easily going to be one of them. But what I was saying is fucking Urs came every year with higher hair.
Yeah, they all did. They'd learned. Yeah, he did for sure.
He had Super Saiyan hair in his last Olympia, and that shit was like a super mohawk. So that means that if they would have crunched down on him, he would have had to have lost even more weight than he's already like getting sick
Yeah.
to make that weight. So who knows what he would have looked like with the prop because they definitely got on the heights this year. It
Well,
was like they sent out the mandate to
yeah.
everybody. Like it was, and of course it doesn't help too. Like, look, the Brazilian fans are like, oh my God, they're probably the most uh dedicated fans there are, but they're the most annoying if you're
I
not
mean, them,
Brazilian.
them and the Persians are just neck and neck, the Hottie fans and the
Oh,
Latino fans.
but at least it's just for Hadi. So like, I always say, what's gonna happen when Hadi leaves? Are they just gonna kill themselves? Like,
That's kind of true, huh?
what Brazilians are so
For every
adamant
Brazilian.
that no matter what, if people like them or not, we have to agree that they're the
Oh yeah.
reason why this hype got,
Oh
you
yeah.
know, good on.
Well,
And I think
it was
Mike
right.
lost.
They found some shit out and they didn't let it go. Like they weren't making bullshit over nothing.
Everything they said was right.
Yeah,
Everything,
there was
no
some
matter what.
investigative journalism and like they got
Oh
pictures and
my.
clips and shit. And I'm like, damn, they're fucking on this. They're right, dude. And that made the difference. I mean, there's no way Mike would have lost if he came in at the weight,
No
the
way.
height and the weight that he was planning on.
Bro, he would have gave that guy who came second next to Keon a run for his money. Or I mean Clarita, the other guy,
Yeah,
who,
the
the
young
third place
guy,
guy.
knee
Yeah, yeah,
high.
yeah.
Yeah,
He would have been right there.
yeah,
And really, if you put Arnold, Mike against Clarita,
yeah.
think he's beating Clarita too, you know?
I mean, his back looked so much better full. I mean, his back was wild full. That was the biggest thing that I
Yeah.
noticed.
And he's one of the only few people that can do, he does glutes flexed in,
Yeah. And then he
and the lats still
that
come. Like, it's
yeah.
just, it's really such a skill. It's a really admirable.
He's a great poser. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
What do you think about now?
That's was cool. I don't know why people were saying Terrence should have won because
Nah,
he looked better on prejudge than he did on Saturday. So he definitely got a little bit worse. But yeah, I mean his but they remember they get judged on the routine.
they do?
Yeah, Classic is the only one that get put
Did
on
they
the same.
change that? I thought, yeah, I know that Arnold used to do that.
No, no, Arnold does it for open, but I'm saying
They
Classic gets
should
it.
do it. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's good. Well,
We get it for every show, yeah. And so his routine was really good. I don't even understand how he remembered all that choreography. The routine was like 5 minutes long. It
oh
was just
shit.
it was so insane. It was easily the longest routine he's ever done. So but yeah, Classic was good. Who was after Terrence?
I think Jose and Niall were fighting for 4 and 5.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Which
yeah.
that Niall's got a sick physique. I think he's gonna be,
He's my favorite. I put it on my story. He's my favorite Classic guy,
yeah,
easily.
he's just a little bit thicker back. I mean, he's right there, man. His legs are fucking huge. His waist is just fucking wacky small. Like he's a big dude too. People don't realize how fucking big he is.
He's very tall. I think he's taller than me, actually. He might
Yeah, I
be.
mean, he's like 260 walking around.
Yeah, he when he would come here, even not for the Olympia, he trains at that torture gym that we trained at. And yeah, he's just and then it definitely helps too because he's such a fucking nice guy that you can't not love him. You know, he's really cool. He's really down to earth. He's like Nasser in the face. You
Yeah,
know,
kind of, right? I never thought of that.
exactly. So when he
I
puts his
can see
glasses
that
on, he's for sure
with the
straight Nasser.
glasses.
He's not an asshole.
Yeah, yeah, and that's it's the big
Uh,
that interview. Ever see that interview that always goes around where they used to make the guys answer questions for they
uh,
go in and he's like
so
he's
famous.
just fucking such a dick to the chick asking him questions.
Yeah, but he was also really rude to just women in
Yeah,
general. So
he fucking was
yeah,
the worst with women. Yeah,
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Before
Milos has
social
the best stories
media,
about him.
oh my God, yeah. So then there was fitness. Fitness, there was I think it was a new champion, right?
Yeah, well, I know there was no
Um,
Missy. I didn't pay attention to shit this year. Normally, I like fitness. That's like the exciting one. The little
it
Asian
is.
girl, did she win? I know she was doing really good.
Yeah, I think yeah, right.
The real
Uh-huh.
flippy, like I mean, that's so much of that is just the routine. That one girl had a sick routine.
And then I feel bad for it, not that we really pay attention to bikini, but yeah, Laura Lee was not. I think that's the first time that's ever happened where the winner of the bikini Olympia isn't even in the first top five. I think she
Oh
was like,
wow, yeah, that's
yeah.
surprising.
Yeah, because when we first got there, what they're doing now at the night show is they're bringing out last call out first. I think what they're realizing is they've done it almost at every show. I think they're realizing in prejudging they didn't really give that last call out a fair shot, which is cool.
Yeah,
But they're not starting the shows off with last call out every time. So when Laura Lee was in it, I was even telling Olivia, I was like, "Damn, I don't think she's in the first call out." And she's like, "No, Laura Lee's up there." So everyone was just kind of like, "This is the first call out."
yeah,
And then it just made me think, like, I don't know shit about bikini, man.
right. There's four other girls that
Yeah. And then Maureen, who's the Asian girl, I think she's like
yeah,
Hawaiian or something, like
she won
she
last
won.
year, right? Yeah,
Huh?
she won last
No,
year.
she was injured,
Oh,
right?
she
I
won
thought
the
she,
Arnold last year or this year, right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
something where she got hurt, she had to pull out,
Uh,
but it was good for her. But Ashlyn, I've known for a long time, she got second because she used to, when I used to be with Project AD, she used to be dating Joe, and I've known her for a long time. So she's been competing for a long time. So I'm happy for her to get her due
yeah.
justice. I just don't, man. I couldn't tell you who is first, third,
Yeah, I don't
eighth.
know them at all. I follow like a couple of them. I mean, Jordan, you know her? She's usually pretty
Yeah,
good. Where'd she place? Did you see
uh-huh.
her?
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, they're getting next year. They're gonna have the fucking fit model there too, so it's gonna be fucking wacky.
So it is next year, right? I was trying
Yeah,
to figure out when it is. Yeah, so
yeah,
that's
yeah.
see.
Just
So that
fucking
must be
wild.
what they're trying to do by putting Laura Lee that bad. Is they're trying to now change the bikini class because of fit model. You
What
have to.
they wanted them to be more jacked or what? Or less jacked?
No, I think less jacked.
Okay, yeah. I don't
Yeah.
have any to. Oh, what I said they should do for wellness this is kind of fucked up, but I said they should just have like fitness and do like one round where it's normal, and but then have like one round where it's just nothing but like the faces and like maybe listen to them talk so we can make sure that wellness stays feminine because man, some of these girls look crazy, but now it's getting a little wild with some of them. They got to kind of regulate a little bit. I was like, you can still count the ass round like way more. Just give it like 1/3 to the face round. But
Yeah, but then what's next? They're gonna have a talent round. It's just gonna be
oh, then that's
crazy.
like maybe you can have them do like a speak thing, like they're doing an interview and put their voice in there.
What do you think about world peace?
Which did you pay? I mean, sure you paid attention to the wellness division.
Oh
Like
yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, because I'm with Beyond Peptides, one of our girls. She was the girl that won last year, so she lost. So that was a big upset.
who won
The
last year? Was that the little
Issa,
blonde?
Issa.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She's fucking awesome. She won well because she went off her quad sweep. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, she's stupid. Yeah, and she's just like insane looking. She's so short.
Yeah. I remember
The
when
other
she
girl
turned
that beat her,
pro.
the other girl that beat her, I thought looked insane too. So
Yeah.
like I wouldn't have switched them, or I couldn't tell you who would have been better. So it's figure fitness, bikini, wellness.
Well, did you see the
Oh, well,
drama
we're
with the
not even
physique?
talking about the most drama.
The physique or
Fucking
what?
it's physique. Holy
Yeah.
shit. This is going off.
Did you see me on there? I saw that post pop up like right away, and I was like the first one to comment because I didn't know what was going on. I've got like a bunch of responses. I didn't know. I love Natalia. I've known Natalia for like a while. She's sweet, but I was just asking like where. I don't know. I'm not paying attention, and so I got a bunch of responses. Some people were saying very clear it's here, there, and there, and the other people like she's just hating this nowhere. So what? I mean,
Yeah, it's probably one of the prettiest physiques on stage on
so
all the
you think
classes.
she's just like fucking mad? I mean, a lot of people say she's got a bad attitude in
Well, she
general.
got mad last time she lost too, didn't she? Didn't she do the same thing where she fucking threw a gripe when she lost?
I
It
mean,
was like,
I remember
oh,
Shanique did when Shanique lost to her.
well, yeah, yeah, yeah. But that was like a long time ago. So then I think she beat Shanique, then she won, and then she
To
lost.
Natalia. Natalia beat her
Yeah,
once
and then she
before.
won it back. But when she lost it, she was also
Yeah. Well,
having
I
the
saw
internet.
everybody, even Ian was like, yeah, she's insufferable. Like, so she must, when everyone, like, people don't make those kind of public statements about you unless you've given them reason to. But I mean, those competitors, dude, she probably got that Kobe Bryant fucking psycho mentality that just can't handle a loss. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, yeah, but to go with the synthol, like that's just like
so yeah,
super.
so you don't think Natalia uses it or
Well,
what?
like, look, like you remember right when remember Derek when he won his first year, they had all those fucking things in his lats.
Yeah.
Like, I think, yeah, if there was just such a griping, noticeable example, then right, you can say like, okay, like this person had a fucking knot, or
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah, she's striated everywhere.
Yeah, there wasn't any. But also, like, it's also easy for us to bag her because we don't know her. But I always have this like thing already when she flies on her private jet. I'm already like, fuck you anyway. But, like if you have a private jet, have a private jet, but you don't have to like post that every year.
Nah,
Like,
I'm gonna be posting. If you ever see me with a private jet, you just wait. I'm gonna be posting it every day. You know, I mean, and she puts a lot of her own money, I guess, into like the Texas show and does stuff. But yeah, I mean, even if you think that, like, you gotta just know, like, people aren't gonna be on board with you saying that, especially because Natalia, everyone loves Natalia. She's a sweet fucking girl, and she's loves the sport. She's been involved with it since she was like a fucking child. It's like,
either way, it is 2025. How are we still not attacking the judges? Like, we are still going after the
yeah,
other competitor who didn't judge themselves, was not on the judging panel. Like, it's just so old with this, like if you're playing basketball game and the referee has a bad call, we attack the refs. Everyone loses their shit with the refs. We're not like, oh, that running back, fuck him. Like it's just such a weird thing that in bodybuilding is the only sport that I think all the time where the judges are just like doing this in their seat, like while everybody's like fighting with each other. Like they're the ones who said you lost, not Natalia. Like
yeah,
it's just so
yeah.
weird. I
Don't
know
come out.
you can't attack the judges.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. That's the thing, right? Exactly. I mean, they're the ones who deserve it, but they're the ones who's going to look at you next time you're on stage, and it is a
Oh
fucking
yeah,
subjective
you
sport.
make that post, huh? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So
So
it's just a weird thing, and then it makes you sound like you're crazy because you're attacking the person who did the same amount of work you did, the same amount of suffering,
I
and
think Natalia looked. I always would have given it to Natalia. I always prefer Natalia's physique on the
every
every
year,
fucking year. Like,
every year, 100%. In person, it's even
yeah.
more.
I mean, Natalia's got some of the wackiest abs, like man or female, that you could like just standing relaxed. Like hardly anyone has abs that fucking look like that. You know?
Yeah, I would like to measure her waist and Nair's waist and see
Yeah.
who has a smaller waist because it's got to be close.
Yeah, he's so tough. What'd you think about the 212s?
Yeah, I just thought that's how dominant Keon is that he could still not be his 100% and still win. Where Clarita
Sean
was,
looked good.
man, he was way better.
Sean
Like
looked
I'm just
really good.
so I promise you now I'm like more following the old guys now that I'm getting older because
Right?
it
And like,
keeps you like,
yes, Curry and
yeah,
Sean both looking good. They're
so
both
you're
older than
saying
me.
there's a chance. Yeah,
Like
exactly.
Bonac, it's okay. We got two other ones. Just joking. Bonac looked fucking phenomenal early in the year too for him.
No, yeah, I mean, shit, he won Detroit, right? It's
Yeah, I mean,
crazy.
he looked really, really good. The show after Detroit, I don't think he won, but yeah, when I
Pittsburgh.
think Dubai, I can't remember what else. He looked
Oh,
good
yeah, yeah,
during
he
the
went to
year.
Dubai, right? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so yeah, I was saying before the show, like I don't know why no one ever like talked about Keon's abs. I mean, now they are like that's the only thing we talked about how abs like make a physique, and he's good at holding the vacuum, but it's like that to me is like why he's not going to be able to be like an open Mr. Olympia. Like you have to be like perfect. If you're that structured, you can't really have any fucking one thing. And now like people are looking at it, and yeah, it's just I don't know. What do you think happened? Because I don't know. I mean, everyone expected him just to fucking take another step and like slam the door shut. You know, Keon, like anything that you
Well,
can.
I think that they're probably maybe even trying to practice a little bit for this Prague show,
It's
maybe
gonna be
trying to
wild.
test.
Yeah.
And bro, man, now I think that this Prague show is going to be the best second show than last year
Do you know
because
who all's
Pittsburgh,
in it besides Mount Martin?
Crizo.
Chris is gonna do Prague too, because I know he's doing UK.
No, yeah, he's doing Prague.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Oh, was he is right? Yeah, I'm
Probably.
pretty sure.
It makes sense. I mean, I don't think he's gonna come
And
back and do
then
one show.
and Clarita too.
Clarita's doing Mexico this week too.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm doing. Maybe I'm mixing up Mexico.
Yeah, yeah, because we have two fucking shows. You've got the UK and
Then
Mexico
no, it's
this
definitely
week.
then Crizo's definitely doing Prague then because I definitely remember there's three guys that I'm like, damn, it's gonna be really good. I'm really glad Martin jumped in that show
Yeah,
because he only has something to lose. Like if he beats Keon, he doesn't really gain anything. He's a 212 Mr.
yeah,
Olympia.
yeah,
He already beat the classic Mr. Olympia. So beating C-Bum is more prestigious than
yeah,
being like Keon. I think Keon's a way better bodybuilder than Bumstead, but I'm saying on paper,
yeah.
it is better. So what I'm saying is Martin's just only gonna like he only has to lose. So usually when bodybuilders have that, like where there's nothing to gain, they don't do it.
But
So
I mean, he probably wants to grab that qualification, but going against Keon, that'll be cool. They're homies too, so it'll be. I'm sure it's like fun and stuff. But I
oh, I'm
definitely
super
think
excited. I'm super excited. Yeah,
Martin
and
will take
it's
that.
gonna be good for Keon too that he is gonna go into the open and actually go against a top open
Yeah.
guy. Doing open class and really no one's there. It would only just help you to learn what you do for your protocol and peaking for the show with that weight, but yeah, you're not really beating anybody. So I'm glad that he's going to be able to have the chance to beat someone.
It's gonna look
Uh,
weird, right? Having Crizzo there with like both of them on the side of him, you know?
He's gonna look like that Frankenstein. He's gonna look.
You're gonna have like if they get lined up and like with Crizzo's in the middle, it's gonna look like a dick and balls, sitting next to him on stage. He's the shaft. Well, so they've got the UK show, and that one's got Hollinshead, Crizzo, and Sass that are gonna do it. So I mean, that'll be good to see Sass and Crizzo. I mean, I'm assuming Michael should win if he comes back looking like
Yeah,
look he's expecting. He's just so much size. The arms are just so huge compared to Sass. And then Mexico's got a good lineup. That's the one that's got Tonio and Regan and Sean and
yeah,
Hassan Mustafa, Tim Budasine. And so, I mean, that's pretty cool that they're doing these like the same weekend. And then Prague's, I think, the next week. So, yeah, it's gonna be good. I do. Do you think Tonio's gonna be Sean? Or what do you think for Mexico?
yeah. Tonio is just as long as he's not next to anyone taller than him or
Well,
bigger than.
Regan's there. Like I said, Regan. I mean, Regan could maybe pull some shit together.
Yeah, I'm more trying to watch for myself too to see what Dom and Regan are gonna
Yeah.
do. I can kind of like scope that out because yeah, Regan's the closest to my weight, and it would be Dom's heaviest person too. But man, Clarita, like he looked really good.
Yeah.
Like people want to like talk shit about what he's doing and side injections, but I don't know.
And
I
the
just
lats, is that what they were saying?
yeah,
I mean,
but
if I
it's
can't tell, I can't. Just like plastic surgery, if you got a fake ass and I can't tell you got a fake ass, it's real to me.
right, exactly. And I think it's just easy to just like kind of like attack people and find something when really, man, he really definitely stepped up his training. Him and John Jewett definitely have something, working with the two of them. So I'm excited for them because I love John Jewett.
Yeah.
He's like one of the best. I was just looking because I wanted to make sure, man, we got to like do a health check on Mike Summerfield. He still hasn't posted one thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder
He just went ghost on social media.
what.
So yeah, I know how it is when the world tells you you won before you won. and then you don't win, it's just almost like you feel like you let people down or you feel embarrassed. So I hope that he is just still realizing he's still second in the world. Like he's
Especially by a
still.
point, that's got to make it like worth
I
it in
saw
ways.
that. Fuck,
Yeah.
bro. That's
Yeah.
rough.
You almost want it to be like bigger.
You see this guy? You see this guy Ramon landing in the airport?
What's that?
Ramon, did you see him landing in the airport?
No, I'm back in Brazil.
They have to bring a fire truck.
Oh, shit.
He's getting picked up in a fire truck, bro,
Just
because
think about all the
when,
fucking
even
Brazilian guys.
when he was leaving, they were kind of like trampling people because people were getting so crazy waiting for him to come out that they kind of like did something to distract people, and then they
They brought a
snuck
fake
out.
Ramon, like Michael Jackson back in the day. Is he single? I hope he's single, man. Living in Brazil, like being him.
No, he's not single.
Oh
No.
man. I hope he got to enjoy being single while being Ramon a little bit down there.
I think that, but yeah, I think he's gonna have the same response like Hadi and Rami did when he gets back to his country.
Yeah,
Be
yeah.
really
Class
cool.
is going to be interesting over the next few years to see what happens. I mean, I wonder if they should increase the cap again at all. One thing that who I liked, who it's cool just to see these people that stay in the game forever and just progress and kind of do it their own way, their own pace was Courage Opar. You saw him when he finished like fifth, I think, or in
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
212.
right.
Yeah, because I
Uh-huh.
remember him doing Classic when Classic was first introduced, and he looked really good. He just didn't have Classic. You gotta have that wide structure to actually fucking win, like and make weight, like in order to like make yourself look good. You just can't weigh the weight limit. So yeah, he looked pretty good. He's gonna be like a pretty cool guy to watch. The 212 just continue to slowly kind of grow, and that the guy who got third looks fucking wacky. So 212 is actually looking better, more aesthetic than it's looked in a
I know.
while.
I feel bad that they cut their pay almost in
Yeah,
half.
I saw that, right? Did they give that to someone else? I mean, it's hard to go backwards in the world. Like, how do you fucking just take away? Like, I mean, like maybe you don't
But I mean,
increase or decrease other things.
it shows what the draw that they're bringing in. Like I feel like sometimes someone can be so dominant it kills the class, and I think Keon's so dominant that nobody's like, oh my god, I'm so excited for 212. Said no one.
It's such a bummer to go backwards. I mean, like I
They
think
probably gave it to Classic, didn't they? Give it to Classic.
as I was saying, I was asking. I mean, they should. What I think they should do is they should make classic its own thing. Like put classic prejudging the night on Friday. If you wanted to like build up and be as big as bodybuilding, and like give it a shot, like make it the premier thing, and just fucking have a 1 day bodybuilding show. It's just so much better for the fucking athletes, and that's gonna end up being better for the fans because we get to see the best
Yeah.
athletes. So I really think that they should, and that they just need to like cut out some of the girl shit. We don't need 12 divisions.
Well, they need to cut out all the extra bullshit. Like, so just think about it. So then they only did top posing routines for the top 10. Like, normally I
They already
like
do
that.
that, right?
What?
Don't they already do that? Besides, I think they do that
Last
for
year or the
everybody.
year before, they did everybody. Everybody got a routine. So, like, but that's what I was going to say. Normally I like when they just do top 10. But this year, honestly, the top 15 were some of the best bodybuilders ever.
Yeah, they
Like,
didn't do top 15, right? Didn't Urs didn't get
yeah,
to
they did
pose?
top 10, but
Yeah.
then they replaced it so you could do Olympia shoes. Oh, yeah, because I forgot you didn't watch. So
Yeah.
they stopped the show to bring out the Olympia shoe. They presented Olympia gym shoes
Oh my
to
God.
Jake, and now they bring it out in this glass case, and it's like talking about a fucking shoe.
I
And
thought they
then
stopped that shit. I heard they cut out all the bullshit. They didn't.
and then Dan did like three speeches. Jake did a speech, and then Jake's thing is that he does a speech, but he doesn't want to use notes or prompter. So bless his heart, he's such a nice guy, but he's just kind of like, and
To the
then
fucking
he just
stadium.
keeps because he's trying to think of what to talk about and what he was going to say, and then he'll forget what he was going to say. So that speech goes on a little bit longer. And then they did this, salute to the military, where they brought out. This is one thing, and I'm definitely going to get a lot of attack for this. I am so sick and tired of seeing the fucking president chef guy. Like,
Why is he a
he
thing?
is the black and black
Yeah.
guy. Fucking roast. He's just like he's just a buff chef.
Yeah.
That's it.
What
That's
was
all
he
he is.
doing?
Just a fucking
What does he have to do with the Olympia?
I don't understand it. Like, I get it. He does roids. Like, he takes steroids and he cooks. Like, why is he at every show? He's got a line. Like, him and Blessing do these like cringy ass videos where they're just like feeding each other, like, and then throwing protein and pre workout in their face, where they're just like eating it. Like, I'm so he looks like such a nice guy. He looks like such a great human being, but he comes and he's got his like chef outfit and he's got all his medals on the outfit. Like, you are not a military general. Like, what is going on? So he had to come out. They
On
had to,
stage at the Olympia?
yes, they stopped the show for that to talk about him. So yeah, you probably could have cut out a whole hour of just nonsense
Wow.
bullshit.
That's why I didn't
But
buy
then,
that
yeah,
shit.
now we're still there till midnight,
Can
and
you
the guy,
leave? Are you allowed to leave? Because I remember when I went before, it was like no entry. Are you allowed to leave now? And you can
so
come
you
back?
can leave, but you can't come back in close to the closing. Yeah, because last year, fucking poor Mo Shaban, he left to get food. And then because right after a certain time, they don't let people back in. They weren't letting him back in. And he's like, man, he's like with his sponsors and his team. I think he's supposed to hand out a trophy. And he's like trying to tell them. And then he like tried to just go past them. They like tackled him. Like they fucking, yeah, it was bad last year. I feel so bad for him. Like
What the
fucking
fuck?
poor Mo. And but I had the problem this year because I knew that shit was going to be 5 hours. So I brought food. And as soon as I walk in, they're like, "Oh, you can't bring a book bag." And I was like, "You're
Oh,
out of
since
your."
when? When the
Exactly. I know. I know. And
all bodybuilders, you can keep us for 8 hours in there. What the
this is the thing that
fuck?
they talk about, or just have food. Like if you
Yeah,
have food,
what the
it's
fuck?
smart. Like
Fuck
I don't even
that.
understand why all shows don't have the fucking
Yeah,
worst chicken and rice. You could sell the
yeah,
worst chicken and rice and people will buy it.
yeah.
It's you can't do this, but we're not going to provide it. It's like fucking it's so bad. So I had my book bag and I was like, "You're out of your mind. There's no way I'm not going to eat." And so they're trying to stop me at the front, and I'm just like, "Well, this food is for one of the competitors, so I need to bring it back to them backstage. I'm gonna go talk to the desk, the office, and they're like trying to stop me. And I'm like, I'm just gonna talk to them about it because I'm gonna bring the food. And then and they're like, oh no, you can't bring it. I'm like, it's for one of the athletes. I need to give them their food backstage. And so while I'm talking to them and they're just like having security coming over, I just put because there's like the conveyor belt thing, like you just where it's blocked off,
Yeah,
where you can lift it off and take it off.
yeah.
I just literally put my bag on the floor, and while I'm talking to them, I'm kicking it, like kicking it to the side. And one of my buddies just comes and takes it. And so when they're, I'm like, you know what, that's fine. I won't bring it in. And I snuck it in.
So what the fuck
So,
did everyone else do? Everyone else got some fucking sneaky way to get this shit in? Because I know that happened had happened like every single bodybuilder there. The
well, the athletes, I think that they have like another entrance. I
Yeah,
don't
but
think
like
they,
all the bodybuilders were just watching the show. I'm like, what the
yeah,
fuck?
and all there is alcohol and popcorn,
What the fuck?
maybe a hot dog. There's no fucking food. Yeah, they really need to get it together with what's available for athletes because it's like, this isn't NASCAR. This is
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
Olympia.
They're moving, right? Are they going back to Orleans, I hear?
Ugh, there's no way they would go back to Orleans.
I heard they are. I heard they just I heard
But
they signed it, but I don't know if I mean, I don't
I
know.
knew it was staying in Vegas. I didn't know that it was the Orleans.
Yeah, which seems I mean, I don't know, you were there and you left, but I think it's a bigger venue than Resorts World.
It is. It's a whole fucking stadium.
Yeah, so
But the worst seats you can buy, bro, you have to use binoculars. You can't even see the
that's
stage.
when I went to it, it was at the Orleans and I had good seats. I mean I got the good seats, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. Orleans is kind of a shithole though. It's kind of it's kind of like
Yeah, it's shit for the athletes too because there's no fucking kitchens in Orleans. There's no
yeah. I mean, what
kitchen.
about is Mandalay smaller? I know they used to do it in Mandalay, but that I mean, that
Yeah,
was
but that was amazing. Like that was an actual like auditorium.
yeah. I mean, that was that too small for now or what?
Yeah,
For,
yeah, you maxed out on tickets.
yeah.
That's
I
all they
mean,
care about.
yeah.
Making
I
money.
mean, there's got to be. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like New Orleans is just not. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I wish. I mean, you live in Vegas. You probably don't want to leave, but at this point, a lot of people are saying they wish it would just leave Vegas.
No, I wish it would. I wish it actually go to different countries.
Yeah.
It's a great. I mean, it would suck to have to pay thousands to go, but for the sport to grow, it's way better because
Yeah.
that's how it used to be back in the day. It would be in different countries, and you have people from all over the world, and it can grow. Like you see, we don't know what impact it does when you go to a show with someone who's never been to a bodybuilding show and they end up being a bodybuilder. Like that's
Yeah.
happened sometimes where, I know that I've done it. I've taken someone to a show and now they're fucking a coach in Chicago,
Yeah.
But when you're so high up on the hierarchy of the Mr. Olympia, you're not thinking about those little things where, you could be making the sport grow and it's a lot better. You're just thinking of how can I make the most money and what's the best for Americans?
Yeah.
Like,
Quickest ROI possible.
yeah,
So
exactly.
let
So we'll
me
see.
let me get your final. Let me give me some, what are your thoughts on the Olympia? Like overall, like the way it ended. Like, what does it kind of say to you going forward for those athletes or for bodybuilding? Like, what do you
It
see
shows that
happening?
the Arnold is fucking the best show in
Yeah,
the
for
world.
sure.
That's
I
all
mean,
it does. Yeah.
but yeah, do you think I think I could see Derek being, I mean, I know everybody hates him, but I mean, he already has accomplished a fucking crazy amount of shit if you think about it, right? Turning pro, fucking winning the Tampa Pro, getting fourth, like a couple months after being an amateur and 212, winning
Yeah, just imagine
212
like imagine you did your show when you just did your show last. What was it last year?
last North Americans that last year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so imagine you get that show and then you jump into an open show. I mean, you jump into a pro show and then you win that show.
it would be
And then
like me jumping into like the Olympia timeline wise, like because he did it like the like 2 weeks later, 4 weeks later. It's like wild, and then he won. So I mean, he's potentially no one. Cody's not going to get better. I mean, he can improve certain things, but he's not going to get better. Samson could get better. I mean, Samson could challenge Derek, but I mean, I see Derek being the guy who could go on a run, and I think people are going to get pissed off and try to hate him, and he needs to like just lay into that. Like, just fucking be like a heel. Pull the WWE. Just like, I'm the fucking greatest. Like, God chose me. Like, just fucking roll with it because,
that'd
you
be
know,
awesome.
yeah, I mean, I think that would get him more fans than whatever he does now. Like the kind of
But yeah,
phony.
if you're gonna be hated anyway, you might
Yeah.
as well just on. But because I know them, this is what I think what's gonna happen. I think that Andrew has been training on a I like this, but I don't love it kind of standpoint. Like he just likes bodybuilding and he likes working out, but he wasn't like engulfed in it. And I think it was partly because he is in a country where he's a king, like he's the best bodybuilder in Dubai. And then he was in another federation where he was already the best. Like if you put 60% into a prep and you were the best bodybuilder in that federation, you're not going to just have that in you when you switch federations to just be back to 100%. So now that I think everyone's talking about how Andrew should have won, and now if you saw him on stage, like, holy shit, he thought the show was about him, which is amazing because he was so excited and just so, he's not full of himself. He was just very confident. I think now him going back into training, he's going to be now training like someone who actually does fully love this. And now I think he does know that he can be Mr. Olympia. Where before it was just kind of like, yeah, I could be. But now I think he knows that he will be. So I think Andrew's going to go back and he's going to train more different than he ever has. And I think that he's going to come back and I think he's going to be in second and Derek's going to get one more year. And then I think in 2 years, I think Andrew's going to be Mr. Olympia.
I mean, I wish we could have got him like younger. I don't think he's worn down or anything, but yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I don't think anyone other than Derek, Andrew, or Samson really have a shot of winning the Olympia in the next like 4 years, which I'm sure someone's going to come up and blow away us, and it's going to sound ridiculous, but I think it's going to be hard to like get one of those three. And Derek's going to be around for a while if he wants to be. I mean, he's fucking complete and he's getting better. I mean, he looked fucking like at least as far as like his upper body thickness and shit, and his leg, like he made some wild improvements. I mean, Aceto's fucking
Yeah.
killing it with it.
Oh, yeah, yeah, exactly. Right. He's got such a amount of time with his age. The only other person that I think would be creeping up would be Martin.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I see too. It's gonna be. I mean, he's gonna be right there. I mean, I have a hard time seeing what he's gonna do that's gonna bring better than Derek because they're similar. You know what I mean? Like I see certain similarities, their back and stuff. I mean, but yeah, Martin's up there. I've always underestimated Martin. Like I told you, Martin will be around for a long time, hanging around for
But wouldn't
sure.
you have put Martin over Derek at last year's Mr. Olympia?
I don't know. I know that was like the argument. I'd have to go back and look. At the time, I didn't, but I didn't like compare. I didn't like break it down. I could. Martin looked phenomenal. I mean, he looked good this year too. But last year, that peak was just so fucking wacky. I mean,
Yeah,
the things with Derek is just like he just hits just these couple like shots that are just like. I mean, like it's like when he hits the back double or when he opens up for the front double and like he does it like and he's looking good. Like those are just such wow shots that like I don't know. I mean, they both have similar biceps. I mean, I wish that's the one thing. I wish he had a little more biceps, Derek. Like peaked. I don't know if that's the oil. That's what people say is there's a lot of oil in there. I don't know. I've got shitty biceps. It's hard for me to tell, but yeah, Martin will be right there banging with him for sure. And then eventually, I think Jordan will move up. But it's going to be interesting. I don't think we have like a lot of complaints. Like a lot of people talk about people look like shit. There's some aesthetic fucking dudes now that are winning. Like we have Derek and Andrew and Samson. Hottie looks crazy aesthetic in that front double and stuff. It's definitely. I don't know how Lee still complains so much.
yeah, yeah. But no matter what, it's exciting
Yeah,
because if it was the same guy winning for 8 years, we would know who's going to win, but we would be less enthusiastic about the upcoming shows.
yeah.
No matter what, the sport as a whole is a lot more exciting.
Are you out there for a while? You traveling? You doing anything next month or two?
I actually have to go to China.
For what?
Actually, there's this expo out there. I'm going to go work, and
That's
then
fucking cool. Is your girl able to go now or no?
no, I know. But we did just get word that she can get a license, so that's cool because we were thinking if she has a license, I think we can go to Hawaii.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You just need the yeah.
because I was thinking like, yeah, no matter what, if we go to America, which is Hawaii, when we come back, she still only ID she has is her passport. So she would have to show that passport. So I was already thinking like, I don't know how that works. Like you're in the line for American to America, but then you have a out of country passport that was just asking for issues. But I think if she just has a driver's license, then we could just
Make sure as
go.
long as it's the real one, it's got to be the real
Yeah,
ID.
I think once you get a new ID, they only come in real ID.
Okay, yeah,
I
okay.
think it's if you have
That's
the old
right.
one
Yeah,
over. But that'll be good. Even if we could just go on a vacation, I think
yeah.
that would help a lot because
When do you go to China?
what?
When's China?
Uh like 10 days.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, I never been to China. I want to go to Japan more than anything, but I've never been to China. So I'm excited just to experience that kind of culture. It'll
Yeah,
be really
no, I really want to see an Eastern, an Eastern country, an Asian country. My girl won't let me do that anytime soon. Yeah, if you're around in November, I'm gonna try to come out there in November. I'll make a trip if you're around to get some
Oh yeah,
sleep.
no, definitely. Yeah. And you should like stay for a couple days this time.
Yeah, yeah, I'll try to. I'll see if I can.
You at
You
least
know,
got to get 2 days at the gym
yeah,
within.
yeah, exactly. Maybe, and if Joe lines up, that'd be cool. If he's out there at the same time.
That'd be really cool. Yeah, we should film that. That'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
Fuck, man, sweet. Appreciate your time, dude. It's good to talk
Yeah, no,
bodybuilding.
you
I
too,
haven't
man.
talked
Yeah, it was
bodybuilding.
good to catch up. Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I want to like message you, but I'm like, it'll be better for the show.
Yeah, yeah. So, do you have any idea what you're trying to do at all? You're just gonna see what your body does.
Well,
You can jump in the Arnold.
so I need to figure out a coach. I need to figure out.
So you don't think you were gonna use Dom as like your main guy?
Yeah, I think so. I just want to sit down and talk with him because I also know that he had all those athletes in the Olympia, and then because he's got a bunch of girls too.
Yeah, you got a lot of girls.
He had a bunch, and then they're also doing Mexico.
Yeah,
So I just don't even want to like bother him. But yeah, I think that that's going to be the best fit for me. And having someone look at me, and also I had him send me a training plan. I want you to look at it, bro. Even if I just send it to you, I'm going to just like forward it to you because this is how I know he's so good. I've been what a pro, just a pro for 10 years, but I've been working out, more than 15 years. He sent me this workout plan, bro. I need a bachelor's degree to understand. Like, holy
sweet.
shit. It's like color coordinated. You got to match this color to this color. And then these two other days are these days. And then there's like half reps in there. Like
Nice.
it's amazing. It
Yeah,
really is. It's so thorough that I'm so excited. I love feeling like I don't know shit
right.
because that means there's that much I can grow,
Yeah,
And so in the diet and prep, like, yeah, I don't feel like I'm that smart. But on workouts, I feel like I'm really smart when it comes to working out and body mechanics. So the fact that he could send me something that I feel like I'm kind of like good at, and he made me feel like I don't know shit, is very exciting for me. So I'll send it
yeah.
to you, and you can see what kind of level he's on because I had to print it out. It's like literally a book.
Nice. Yeah, let me check it out. Appreciate it.
So that'll be good. So I want to get on that training that he's put me on
Yeah,
and see what difference. Because if I make the same difference I did from FIBO to Italy, just in my chest and my back, if I can do that again between now and the next show, I think that would be a completely different me on stage. But the Arnold, I just feel like I just want to throw myself into a show where it's like the top guys. And then exactly, even if I'm getting fourth, fifth, or something like that, I know where I'm at, and then maybe even hop into Detroit.
yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be really cool. You definitely get to go back and right in the top top guys. There's gonna be all kinds of fucking studs in there with that 600K.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah,
Well, you
exactly.
got to be on the Arnold stage for sure. Arnold Olympia, too much history.
Yeah,
Well, fuck, dude. I
for
appreciate
sure.
it, man. Let's link
Later.
up soon. I'll talk to you soon, dude.
Bye.
Peace.